Hello, yogis. While my practices typically blend holding postures for periods of time and moving within and between yoga postures, I thought I would begin with a beginner mobility practice so that we get used to the idea of moving within yoga posture foundations. Mobility practices help us maintain and improve joint mobility. And so we're going to begin lying down. You may want props for padding your knees, but this practice otherwise includes no props. Let's begin on our backs. Come to lie down on your mat. Stretch yourself out long. And we're going to begin by taking a long breath in and then tensing all the muscles of our body, making fists, squeezing our bums, scrunching up our face, and then exhaling, let it go. Breathe into full. Scrunch everything up, tuck it tight, bum strong, legs strong, and then exhale, let it go. One more time for now. Breathe in through your nose. Scrunch everything up. Maybe it feels, or your arms and legs actually are hovering. And then let it go. Reach your arms overhead like you were taking a full body stretch, but make fists with your hands. And then stretch your right fist and right foot away from each other. Pull up your toes. Switch sides. Left fist, left foot stretch away from each other. Right side, left side. If you're finding your pants are riding up a bit, then you're definitely doing it right. Go back and forth a couple of times. And then ease off, bring your arms down, step your feet onto your yoga mat. Keep your left leg where it is as you bring your right knee in. Spread your right toes as you roll through your ankle in a really methodical way. So a moderate tempo and a purposeful circle. Now, as you switch directions, let's check in with ourselves. Am I breathing? And then try to consciously breathe as you do this. Breathing into full and breathing out to empty. Now pause your foot for a second. Hover your left foot and spread your left toes and then press your left leg forward loosely and then bend it in. Press it forward loosely, bend it in. So you may notice I'm not straightening my entire left leg. It's a moderate tempo, moderate range of movement. And then the next time you extend your left leg, set it down, totally legal for your leg to stay bent, and then take a few breaths here. Breathing into full, pausing at fullness, breathing out to empty, pausing at empty. Breathing into full, pausing at fullness, breathing out to empty, pausing at empty. Do that one more time. Then keep holding your right knee. Bring your left knee in too. Reach your hands and your feet to the ceiling, and then roll through your wrists and your ankles here. Spreading your toes, spreading your fingers. Let's switch directions. We'll stop when I hear one more crack. There it is. Wrap your hands around your left knee. Put your right foot on the ground to begin with. Spread your left toes and roll moderately through your ankle. Switch directions. And check in with your conscious breathing. Pause, hover your right foot, bring your right knee towards you, moderately press out your leg. Bring your knee towards you, press out your leg. Let's do this a few times. And while this is certainly some core and hip mobilization, most of the effort at the moment is in my right foot, spreading my toes and feeling like I'm widening the muscles of my foot. So one of the gifts of yoga is that if you do it for long enough, you'll only ever wear Birkenstocks. The next time your leg extends, set it down, leave it there, keep holding your left knee, and breathe into full. Pause, and then breathe out to empty. Pause. Breathe into full. And breathe out to empty. Keep holding your left knee. Bring your right leg in. Bring your hands off your knees. Arms can be wide or bent into what I call cactus or goalpost arms. And then you're going to bring your knees toward you and toward each other. Keep your toes together, but then separate your knees, circle them away from you and away from each other, back together, back to you. So toes are relatively staying together. This is another core and hip mobilizer when we do it without our hands. And your low back is absolutely allowed to move. There's no need to pin anything toward the ground. Allow your body to move. And then switch directions. Pause, put your feet on the ground so your knees point up. Walk your feet wide apart so they're wider than your hips. Reach your arms to the ceiling and now hold your elbows so you're forming a square over your chest rather than overhead. So your arms are over your body, knees are up. Your elbows are going to go to the left, your knees are going to go right. Come through center to switch sides. Switching back and forth. And as you switch, again, we're not really pressing anything down. We're just moving at a moderate tempo. And if it's going well, your head can follow your knees. And then this is really nourishing for your spine from top to bottom. Pause at center. Bring your feet a little closer to you. Back them up just a bit. And bring your arms down by your sides. Push into your feet and pick up your bum, low back, mid back, upper back. And then start at your upper back and roll back to the ground so that your mid back goes down before your pelvis. Low back, mid back, upper back, mid back, low back. Once you do this a few times and it's going well, when you pick up your low back, pick up your right arm, just your right arm. Float everything back to the ground. Now switch to your left arm as you pick up, and then float everything back to the ground. So keep going up and down through your spine, trying to be segmental, starting at the bottom and working your way up, and then starting at the top. And if it's going well, when your left arm goes up, your right ear turns toward the mat, and then everything back to center. Right arm goes up, left ear turns, everything back to center. So you're turning away from the arm that's going up. Now, the next time you roll up, take just your spine up, take both your arms overhead with you, but then relax your elbows so your arms are relaxed overhead, your bum is strong, and you're finding your breath here, breathing into full, pausing, and breathing out to empty, pausing. Take one more breath in and out here. And then roll your spine to the ground, leave your arms overhead, and take a breath in and out here. Bring your arms down to a cactus, and before we sit up, you're going to rock your legs over your body so that they're very bent and your ankles are very bent. Then put some space between your legs and rock your legs to the right and over to the left, keeping this space between them. So you're rocking across the tissues of your low back. And this is really helpful in mobilizing some of the tissues that can get a bit snug when we spend a lot of time seated or in just one position. Notice if you can do this while consciously breathing through your nose. And then come to center, put your feet down, extend your right arm overhead, and roll onto your right side. And then make your way up to seated so that you can extend your legs long down your yoga mat. If you have a difficult time sitting on your yoga mat without something under your bum, you could put a pillow or a blanket under your bum, and that'll take some of the pressure off of your hips. Keep your feet extended, reach your arms to the ceiling, bend your elbows, spread your fingers and curl them a bit. I call this a kitten paw. Pull your elbows back, lift your chest, lift your chin. Round your upper back, touch your elbows toward each other. Pull back as you breathe in. Round in as you breathe out. As you do this a few times, it is unimportant if your elbows actually touch. However, when your arms come toward each other in front of you, rather than bringing your hands together like prayer hands, more do sort of a peekaboo. So it's your pinky fingers coming toward each other. Your palms end up facing your face. Great. Ease off, cross your legs, and then put your right hand on the ground. Walk your hand out as you reach your left arm overhead. As you side bend to the right, bend your right elbow toward the ground. And then ease off, left hand walks out, right arm reaches overhead, side bend. So go back and forth a few times. And as you do this, the hip that you are leaning away from, you might want to consider pressing it down a little bit. Great. Let's ease upright, stay at center, relax your shoulders, take a long breath in, and a slow breath out. And then come over onto hands and knees. On hands and knees, lift your chest, lift your chin, lift your tail, and now round your body to the ceiling. Lift your chest, lift your chin, lift your tail. Round your body to the ceiling. Now slide to the right, toward the ground, left, and to the ceiling. So take your torso through barrel rolls where your elbows can move, they can bend, your knees can move, your hips can sway. And hopefully you're consciously breathing through the activity, and then let's switch directions. Remember that conscious breathing is awareness of breath. Yoga postures, the ones that are held, lend themselves really nicely to practicing breath control. But sometimes yoga gets really peppy and we need to do more of a pant breath through our mouth, and that's totally legal. Let's pause at center. Move your hands over to the left and step your right foot forward into a really short stance that you're going to lift up in. If you were going to propose to someone, what would it look like? Reach your hands to the ceiling, kitten pause again, and now side bending. Right elbow pulls in, left arm reaches overhead. Center, side bend to the left. Center, side bend right. Go back and forth, moderate tempo, moderate distance. You can look up at the arm that's reaching, and if that's a little too wonky for your balance today, you can simply look at something straight in front of you. Let's stay upright for a second. Hold on to your right thigh. Walk your foot just a little further forward. And then I'm going to let my forearm come to my leg as I reach my left arm overhead and hold a side bend for a few breaths. You can look down, forward, or up as you lift your breath into and out of the left side of your hip. Ease your way upright. We're going to do another activity. I'm just going to adjust my stance a bit so you can see me a bit better. You are going to bring your left hand to the ground so it's outside your left foot. So you've got a bit of a tripod going on now. Left knee, left hand, right foot. Reach your right arm to the ceiling and then reach it over your head. Turn your chest toward the ceiling and then turn toward your left arm. Turn toward the ceiling, turn toward your left arm. Now, as you do this a few times, you will notice my elbow is bent. If you've practiced before and you've internalized the idea that straight elbows are superior, let's let that go, because that's not true. Hold. The next time you turn to the ceiling, reach your right arm over your head and feel like your right side and right hip are lifting to the ceiling. You can look at the ground, take a couple of breaths. Calmly in and out your nose. And then turn toward the ground. Let's make our way back to hands and knees. And then we're going to give our hands a bit of a break. Walk your hands back towards your knees so you're sitting upright. Interlace your fingers in front of your chest. Turn your hands around. Lift your arms up. Lift your chest. And then hands forward, round your chest. Chest up, arms back. Arms forward, round your chest. As you do this a few times, if your hands and shoulders just don't do this movement, or you've sat down cross-legged, what you can do is release your hands and sort of form a ballerina arms. Same movement in the shoulder, still very, very good for you. Let's ease off, walk our hands forward to the right, step your left foot forward, short proposal stance, reach your hands to the ceiling, kitten paw, side bending, left elbow tuck, side bend, right elbow tuck, side bend. Going back and forth in a really moderate, mindful way. The next time you lift upright, put your left hand on your left thigh, reach your right arm overhead, side bend to the left for a few breaths, looking down, forward, or up. Breathing in and breathing out. Ease your way upright. Place your right hand down to the outside of your right knee. So we have a bit of a triangle. Right hand, right knee, left foot. Reach your left arm to the ceiling and then overhead. Turn toward the ceiling. Turn toward your right arm. Up to the ceiling, toward your right arm. Let's do this a few more times. The next time you turn toward the ceiling, reach your left arm over your head. Maybe feel like you're bowing your left side hip and ribs up to the ceiling. Take a few breaths in and out. Jaw relaxed. Slow, steady breathing. Turn toward the ground, put two hands down, step back to your knees or sit down on your bum. Rest your hands in your lap, close down your eyes. And notice your breathing. Notice how you feel in your body and your mind. And then we'll close together with two breaths. The second is the sound of Om. Connect your hands and then connect your thumbs and your heart. Take a very long breath in and a slow breath out. Breathing in to chant. Thank you so much for your practice. It's a privilege to teach. Om Shanti. Peace.